Hey Ting, thanks for giving me the opportunity to vent a little. You asked, what do you dislike most about the mobile industry in America? To be honest, I had a hard time narrowing it down to one thing, so here are a few of them. I can't stand how much money my wife and I spend just to have two smartphones. We currently have the most expensive mobile provider in the country. I don't want to name any names, but it starts with a V and ends with Verizon. For a long time I told myself, but we have the best coverage out there. Just look at the coverage maps. The funny thing is, about 80% of the US population live in cities, including myself. And about 95% of the time, I'm in my city of residence, not taking advantage of the coverage map I have that covers all the barren places in the US. You might be wondering, but what about that 5% of the time when you're traveling? Don't you want good coverage then? That is a great question. And yes, I would like good coverage. But do I get it? Every summer we spend a weekend with my wife's family at a cottage that's only a couple hours away from our house. We live about right here. It's over here. In Michigan we use our hand as a map. Not incredibly remote, but just enough to get away for a little bit and spend some time together. So you think we'd get pretty good service, right? Wrong. Other people in the house on other carriers have decent to good service. But me, on the largest mobile network, have 0 bars of service. But that could be a fluke, you say. Yes it could. So let's take a more common example. Today, while traveling from Lansing to Grand Rapids, I lost reception on 2 different phone calls during that drive. I can also barely get 4G service while I'm at my office or at home, but my coworker, who has Ting, has great service. So while some people may live in extremely remote areas that only get service from one cell phone company, like my brother Caleb who lives in Northern California, I live in a city with plenty of cellular options and haven't had the greatest luck when I leave the city either. The next big problem with most mobile providers is that they have amazing customer service. Until you get locked into your 2-year contract. Then you either never hear from them, best case scenario, or you're stuck dealing with them to get something worked out about your service or your billing. And in my experience, they have not been that helpful or nice. And because mobile technology is changing so rapidly, by the end of your 2-year agreement, you are desperate to get your hands on a phone that can keep up with the changes. So you jump at the opportunity to have a cell phone that works well again. And then you're locked in for 2 more years of the same thing. What was that? You're dissatisfied with the service? No problem. You can take your business and go anywhere. If you can pay for the termination fees. Then by the time your contract is up again, you are so desperate for your next phone, it's easy to minimize all the inconveniences and the large monthly bills in order to get the latest device. And now you're stuck in the same loop all over again. Finally, to my last major gripe, they treat new customers better than loyal ones. When I've been a loyal customer for over a decade, why should a new customer get a better deal than me when they sign up? Seriously? I have to wait until my next 2-year contract in which you're going to take features away from me that I used to have just so I can get the same deal that a new customer got? This year, I'm losing my unlimited data so that I can get the same price that is given to every other customer that walks through the door today. Over the years, they've taken away every single incentive for me to stick around. Then I realize I'm going to get the same exact deal if I go to another company and then decide I don't like it and come back. They've made my decision to switch to an awesome company like Ting so much easier. So to recap, astronomical prices, the illusion of amazing coverage, locked into contracts, and no appreciation for loyalty. As soon as I can afford a new phone, or win one, hint hint, I'm looking forward to giving my money to a company who isn't afraid to win my business every single month. When Ting dropped their data prices across the board and automatically changed them for their current customers, I was blown away. Now that's customer service. Since you aren't locked into a contract, Ting makes a point to have awesome customer service all the time. In addition to that, the customer engagement stuff Ting does is just tons of fun, both for new customers and loyal ones alike. Thanks, Ting. I hope I win. Please, 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 please. Thanks for being awesome.